a lot of the voice actors that I know are also, as luck would have it, gifted musicians. It's an interesting coincidence that people that are good voice actors who seem to inherently have a sense about anime especially. There's a rhythm and a tempo to voicing anime. It's not something you can put your finger on. It's just, you just feel it. Some of us could be recording a line, and we're performing the line with the character on screen, and somehow we just intuitively know that the line is going to be short. We are going to finish talking before the character has finished, and we will intuitively, on the fly, rewrite the line to add 2 extra syllables to the line, and it'll be perfect. It's weird, and it's not anything you can't really define it or explain it, but I think it has something to do with the musicality and the kind of the rhythm and tempo of anime and voice work within anime. So I would tell people out there, if you're interested in voice acting and you have a real musical ear and a musical sense to you, I think it would benefit you, and I think it would really serve you well in voice acting.
All right. Oh, and on a note of on voicing over for anime or voice acting for anime, people have been wondering about bloopers now, and this is a little side thing. It's not really something that people want to learn from, but it's more of something that people are interested in because a lot of people have seen your outtakes.
Yeah, well, there are an awful lot more unseen outtakes than there are the ones that are seen. There are always a lot of fun bloopers in every show, lots of them. The problem is that within anime especially, the companies in Japan that produce the anime, that own the anime, don't typically like bloopers. I can't quite explain it either, except to say I think culturally some of them feel like you're somehow making fun of the show by having the character say stupid things, or having the character mess up and then start swearing, or saying profanities, or commenting on how sexy another character is, whatever the blooper may be. I think that some of the companies take their characters and their shows very seriously, and they don't appreciate any kind of poking fun or laughing, at the expense of the show and the characters. That's why you very rarely find bloopers in anime. However, having said that, there are some companies and shows that, like, hey, sure, that's great. I mean, if it'll sell more DVDs, if the fans will enjoy it, then sure. And they're more and more, I think, little by little, more productions are permitted to include some mistakes and bloopers.
You mentioned getting attached to characters, how these companies got attached to characters. How about you as an actor? Do you get attached to your characters?
Oh, yeah. Goodness, yeah. I mean, any good actor would, right? I would bet you that your listeners know exactly what I'm talking about when I say there are actors out there that put the absolute minimum amount of effort into the characters they play. Their performances are flat and boring, and you almost feel like they're sitting there reading a magazine while they're recording, or returning email while they're recording. They're not in it. They're not in the moment. They're not invested emotionally in the character. Conversely, I think you will find that there are a lot of voice actors who, every time you hear something they do, they are full on. They are giving it everything they have. I love what I do. No matter what the character is, I want it to be the best it can be. And it has nothing to do with how much I'm paid, because I'm not paid much. Voice acting doesn't pay a ton of money. It has nothing to do with how much money you make. It has nothing to do with how popular the show is. It has nothing to do with how big the character is or how small in the show the character is. It has to do with just taking pride in the work that you're doing and wanting it to be the absolute best it can be. I love so many of the roles that I've played. I've fallen in love with Edward and Tamaki and Dark and Death Scythe from Soul Eater and Fi from Tsubasa and Ikuku from Bleach, and I mean on and on and on I could go. There are so many characters that I love, and I think that's something that marks an actor who takes what he does very seriously, and that is he puts a piece of himself into every character. He finds something about every character that he really loves and invests himself in it, and I think that comes through in the performance. Again, it's nothing you can put your finger on. You just hear it. You can just hear it in the performance.
All right. Well, as we're closing up, is there anything you'd like to say in addition to all of this to the aspiring voice actors out there?
Well, absolutely. I would say, first of all, those of you that have enjoyed my work and have been so supportive, I want to thank you. You'll never know how much it means to me to have the support and encouragement of fans out there. We record these things basically in a padded phone booth. We're in a box alone in the dark, and it's so gratifying and it's so humbling to know that you guys enjoy the stuff that we do. And when you come out to conventions or write emails and fan letters and come to cons and express your gratitude and your enthusiasm, that means the world to me. That is one of the most precious things about what I do. So thank you for that. As far as voice acting is concerned, whatever you choose to do in your life, choose to do it because you love it. Choose to do it because you have a passion for it, a burning desire deep within you. Don't ever choose to do something because you think you're going to make a lot of money at it. Don't ever choose to do something because you think you're going to be famous at it. Don't ever choose to do something because you think it's gonna give you the chance to stand on a stage and sign autographs and have people take your pictures. Those are bad reasons. Choose to do something because you have a real God-given talent for it and you have a real passion for it. Find something that you love to do and figure out a way to make a living at it. I said this at a panel earlier yesterday, this weekend. I said you would be infinitely happier making $30,000 a year doing something that you love than making $300,000 doing something you hate. So my encouragement to anyone out there who's considering voice acting or whatever you're considering, make sure that you're interested in it because you truly have a passion for it, not because of any material or external thing you think it will bring you. And if you make choices in your life based on that, you will be an infinitely happier person.
All right, thanks, Vic. Hey guys, this is Team Vox. If you want to contact Vic, why don't you give that information?
Well, there are a couple of emails, a couple of websites I'd like to give you. If you're not a member of the most awesome fan group on the planet Earth, it's the Risembool Rangers. RISEMBOOL RANGERS. RisemboolRangers.com. Check out the site. Join us. It's free. It's fun. And you'll instantaneously have a family around the planet of about 12,000 members. Crazy, right? And you can check out my professional site at vixworld.net. vixworld.net, music and stuff like that. Also, if you're interested in any of my music, all of my CDs are available on iTunes and also in the store at the Risembool Rangers website. So those are the websites and the contact for me.
All right. Well, hey guys, this has been a great time. Thank you, Vic.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later. This is Alan, Team Vox signing out. Later.